Washington, D.C. is owned by London, the District of Columbia, and the Vatican. And all three of these extreme influences, they control the country. Now, let's take a look at how various treaties can kind of prove that America is a corporation, okay? Now, this basis goes back to the first charter in Virginia in 1606. This charter was granted by Britain to give us the right to colonize America. Now, in 1783, we had the Treaty of 1783 declaring independence from Great Britain. However, this treaty identifies the King and Queen of England as the Prince of the United States. The 1794 treaty signed between England adds the question of why the United States would need to sign treaties with England 13 years after the Paris Treaty in 1783, declaring United States independence. Now, in 1913, the Federal Reserve was passed by the United States Congress, handing over America's gold and silver reserves and total control of America's economy to the Rothschilds. Now, you don't believe me, you can do some research on that. The Banking Act of 1933 and Executive Order 1601 is how we were once removed from the gold standard and how Americans lost all their gold. The United States went bankrupt and sold all Americans and future laborers to the Federal Reserve. The execution order allowed for the seizure of all American safety deposit boxes by the Treasury of the United States on behalf of the Federal Reserve by making hoarding gold illegal. After 40 years, they repealed this act and are now the largest hoarders of gold on the planet, as they bought most of it for $20 an ounce, and it's now worth over $2,000. The sale of the United States is the reason you have a CUSIP committee or Uniform Security Identification Procedure number on the bottom of your birth certificate, a number that you can find as a security on the New York Stock Exchange. Why? Because you are worth money, because money has no value, because you're connected to the stock exchange. You are the reason money has value, because they know you are worth money, because you pay taxes, you're worth X amount of money. That's why they want you alive. Why do you think they want you to have health insurance? You think they want you to have health insurance. Why do you think in most cases you pay for it? They make you try to stay alive. Think about it. I mean, yeah, they do some sick, sadistic stuff, and we're all getting all sorts of poisonous cancers and all sorts of crazy stuff, but they make you pay for health insurance because they want you alive, because you and me are the product. Learn how it works. But then again, this is just my opinion, but I found some of that online, and I wanted to share it. I thought it was interesting. I love you all. My opinion.